Hey everyone, welcome back to our channel. If you're new here, please subscribe. I'd really love that. If you're returning, how you doing? We have quite a few things to talk about today, okay? And the first thing that we're going to be talking about is a picture that was sent in by a community member. She said this picture was taken in the central portion of Kentucky. She said, I don't know what this is. A light, a ball of fire. I don't know, but I mean, it's close to the power lines. I don't know what that is. And also, if you look over here, it looks like there's a pinkish, orbish looking thing. My right, your left. Not by the tree here, but on the other side of that fireball. You see that? Strange, huh? Yeah. What is that? Right over a shopping center, too. So, if you are interested in buying a home, this may interest you. If you have ever gotten that bug, you know what I'm saying? That bug of wanting to buy a fixer-upper, okay? There are new rules to the FHA, okay? The FHA loans. They are now allowing you to forego making mortgage payments for 12 months while you renovate that fixer-upper that you bought. Yeah, interesting, right? Because I was sent this video, and I'm going to show it to you in a second, and the community member who sent it to me, she's like, I don't know if this is real or not, and I looked it up. But make sure, whatever state you're living in, make sure it's, in your state as well. I was like, oh boy, that I like that. Because you know how you're looking for a home and they say, oh, it's move-in ready. And you're just like, that's not move-in ready to my standards. You know what I mean? And sometimes, you watch these shows, like the flipper shows, and you're like, I could so totally do that. You know what I mean? So I'm wondering, how cool would that be? No kidding. So here's something that a lot of people are now talking about the no tax on tips, no more tax on overtime, right? Don't bother tipping at Subway. You know the sub shop Subway? A Subway employee has confirmed they don't even get the tips. It goes right to corporate. Sickening, right? And Subway, from what I understand, is not the only place that does this. Even the mainstream media has done undercover investigations and found many other popular chains are doing this. That you put a tip jar by the register and you're like, you made my sandwich, cool beans, here's $5. You know what I mean? Help the kids out, whatever. And it's not even going to them. This may vary by franchise to franchise. So, make sure, ask the employees, be like, you really get these tips? You know, because there's no point in tipping if it goes to corporate or if it goes to the business owner. You know what I'm saying?
I am sick of this greedy corporate America that we live in. I went to Subway today, and the fellow that was making my sandwich, he was super sweet. But I got to the checkout, and that screen where it comes up and it asks you if you want to leave a tip. Well, I personally worked in the service industry, so I always leave a tip. I went and filled it out to be like 20%. He stops me. He's like, hold on, don't leave me a tip. You're good. I was like, what? You don't want a tip? He told me they don't even get it. It goes straight to corporate. Did I hear that right? This person that you're paying minimum wage to, you're going to go ahead and just take their tip as well? That is so trashy and so ghetto to me. I've been a loyal customer for several years. So to me, that is such a turnoff that I will probably never return. And let's not fail to mention this disgusting Baja Chipotle. Why would you get rid of Chipotle mayo? It was one of the main reasons I went there. And then you replace it with this sweet Chipotle sauce. It's disgusting. Do better, Subway, or you're about to get canceled. For this, honestly, you should be canceled. So gross. Your days are numbered. Your days are numbered.
So now these two next vids that I'm going to show you are from Canada. The first one is Canadians are now preparing to boycott Florida. Why? Because they want to protest Trump's tariffs. I mean, they're even going as far as saying, we don't want to drink orange juice. Okay. I have some Canadians here that are community members, and I can be rest assured, I know you guys don't even feel this way. It's the politicians that feel this way. Okay? So the second video is, I mean, good Lord, this woman, what rock she climbed out from underneath, I don't know. She says the quiet part out loud, and I'm like, oh my God. She wants to avoid becoming the 51st state and instead work with other democratic countries to create the new world order. Globalists are far more of a threat to Canada than Donald Trump will ever be, sweetheart. Trust me when I tell you. Okay.
And I'm going to call on Canadians to stop going to Florida, to stop buying Florida orange juice, because that's a $50 billion economy in that state alone. Canadians matter to the United States.
We need to recognize President Trump has said dozens of times he wants us to be the 51st state. I don't think any of us wants to be the leader who was asleep at the wheel and didn't get Canada defended, did not work with our democratic allies to protect our borders. They want to work with us. It's time for us to step up at home, to urgently reach out to them and build a new world order where democracy and Canadian sovereignty is protected.
So this next one, okay. I have said this in the past, okay? You know, because allegedly they were going to drop the JE list today. Don't hold your breath. That's all I'm going to say. And I had said in the past, you know, no one wants to have that conversation, but no one really wants to have the Tom Hanks conversation, okay? Well, how's Tommy Boy feeling right now, okay? Will Sarah Ruth Ashcroft get justice? Tom Hanks takes weird pictures, okay? Shoes, gloves, hats, and other articles of clothing and posts them online. Yeah. So this video, it uncovers a code that's in a video, that's in a picture, okay, that leads to images, okay, images, and a certain type of rings, if you understand, okay, if you catch my drift, because I was like, oh, hail to the no. Okay? I mean, wow. Stomach turning nuggets out of the room. Ciao.
First of all, there's a story behind them all. What happened? What happened to its mate? How did this glove get lost? Is someone going to keep the other glove at home on the off chance, or they're going to pair it up? It's a little bit of, Romeo and Juliet kind of quality to it.
You're saying there's a little bit of a hint of sadness to these. It's like it's telling you a tale, but you don't know what the tale is.
They're all bittersweet city adventures.
Let's take a look at some of these. I want to put this up. This is one you took, and
yeah. Now
tell me what's going on here. What is this so evocative to you?
Well, first of all, I don't touch them. I just see them and I photograph them. So I have never.
You don't want your DNA on those.
Well, it could be a crime scene. And let's not give the cops a break.
Notice that in this image, we see another glove, but this time, we also see letters. Look closely and spell them out for yourself. What does the top row spell? S-R-C. What does the bottom row spell? U-S-A. Here's what happens when you run a search for SRC USA on DuckDuckGo. It shows nothing out of the ordinary. The same goes for the Images tab. And the same also goes for Google. To further emphasize how similar Yandex is to Google, here are some control searches. When typing kids, the images are as they should be. The same goes for any other mixture of SRC. So if we search RCS, RCS USA, and some others, all of them are fine. But what happens if we type in SRC USA?